It's Perp back with another video, and I just got done watching episode 7 of Cobra Kai. Things are starting to ramp up, but I'm gonna need y'all to hit that like button, show some love. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to this channel, hit that sub. Oh man, let's get right into it, because I'm gonna kind of go through the more important things in this episode. So this kind of starts off, Danny just being excited, training these new kids, because he's been really patient with this whole thing, but it's kind of digging into his personal life. Kreese shows up and just pretty much kind of threatens or tries to intimidate Danny, which is I feel like they're setting up him for something interesting. Johnny just got back from a funeral of his friends, and he realizes his dojo is in shambles because of Kreese. And they end up going out to these woods and stuff to do some intense training, while on the other side, Danny and all them, he's trying to get them to train in this heat, because right now this is like 100-degree weather, I guess, whatever. But yeah, it's really interesting. It's crazy the methods they do, like how different the methods are when they train. I really like how they show that off. So going back to the woods, they ended up, splitting up into squads. It's kind of like some capture the flag shit, I guess. I don't know what you would call that, or but this shit definitely gets personal out in these woods, man. It's really crazy. But going back to Danny and them, they're pretty much fed up with training in the heat. So Danny gets the idea, hey, we just could go to this ice box, and it'd probably be better. They're freezing their ass off, but this was a dope moment when they were in the freezer, because it was a moment for Dimitri to really, like, take everything he's learned and just really show it, and he really did it. And I like that, Sam and Robbie have gotten really closer, and just it's making them fight better, I guess. But I think that might end up being a distraction. Speaking of distractions, Danny is sitting there really struggling with his personal life and his karate, like teaching these students karate and all this. Like, it's really fucking with his personal life. But I want to talk to you about Miguel real quick, because I feel like Miguel, like, this whole season's been the wild card. Don't know exactly where they're taking his character, because he's seen Hawk he saw Hawk with Mr. Miyagi's medallion, but I still think he's kind of stuck in between the two. But I think he's leaning more towards the dark side than ever. And I think Johnny sees this, and he feels like, this is wrong. Something has to be done. This ain't right. Like, this is not how I wanted to teach my students. Really dope shit. But the highlight of this episode was Hawk versus Miguel. This shit was aggressive as hell. I liked the choreography. It was pretty clean. It wasn't too messy, and it showed you that Miguel is still the champion, even though he got blindsided by Stingray, which is Chubbs. Chubbs is hilarious. I don't know his real name, but Chubbs is fucking hilarious. But you kind of see these two, Johnny and Miguel, kind of having a falling out, because Johnny really hasn't been around that much. So, and Kreese has been taking over for him. So that might just lead into some BS. I don't know. Yep. Robbie and Sam finally kissed. Not gonna really spend too much time on that, but I'm glad for them. Now, when I said, like, all this personal shit is starting to blow back on Danny, He's starting to his wife is starting to distance themselves from him. Like it's kind of falling apart for him. Robbie gets a knock at the door. Doesn't know who it is until he opens the door, and it happens to be Miguel. And Miguel's not here to fight. He just wants to return, the medallion. And this is why I say he's such a wild card. I don't know. Like, I think when he sees Sam and Robbie together, that's when he's gonna snap. But I love how this ended. Johnny sticking up for himself and his students, and really sticking it to Kreese. And because from the previous episode, Johnny has completely changed, and now he's just he's done with the bullshit. And I'm really interested to see where these next 3 episodes go. How is this going to end? Are they going to end this in the tournament, or is this going to end on a cliffhanger? I don't know. I'm gonna keep watching, but until the next video, I'm gonna have to check y'all later. Peace.
I want when they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. I gotta do more than just the average man would do. I gotta set a mark that can't nobody touch. A place that I won't go, and I feel as though if you got love and you putting out real shit, you can do that. If you kicking that shit from your heart, you can go wherever your heart wants you to go. You have to be diligent about what you want. You have to apply yourself. You have to motivate yourself. And you have to do it for yourself, by yourself. And then you can do things for other people.